Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is hump day. I hope you're getting over the hump. It is amazing because it's 19 degrees here, and this is not Siberia, and we're not used to this on a regular basis, but it has been cold here in VA. Normally, we don't stay cold. We get a couple cold days here and there, but it's down in the low teens at night. And I think the high temperature today was 25. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I'm sitting out here in the cold, and I'm sitting here running in my mind a couple of things that are going on. So the beginning of let's trash Dak Prescott, that's already coming around, and the season's not even completely over with all of the teams that are still playing in the playoff. So we're looking at it, and we're saying Dak Prescott's cap hit is $89 million. And even with the, if they go ahead and restructure it, that it would be $52 million. And the thing that's interesting to me is this, is we get bullshitted so much. Because, see, here's the thing. Every year, New Orleans, for about the last 6 or 7 years, has been like $60 or $70 million over the cap. Over the cap before the league year. They're always the worst one in shape. And you would think that if the Cowboys, which at the moment have 19 million and about another 20 that's going to roll over, that the Cowboys are $100 million in better shape than the New Orleans Saints are right now. Right? Just hear me out. They're negative right now as we speak, $65 million. Cowboys at the moment are a positive 19. That will jump up to about 40. And I hear so much stuff that, I don't deem myself as, all knowledge of football and stuff or of the NFL and how the system works. But when I hear supposed people who are, insiders or, work on television and are trying to tell you what's really going on, and when I hear them say things like, well, the Cowboys, they've only got 40 players under contract, and, they've got to get the 53-man roster, and then they got to pay, of course, the practice squad. And it's like, okay, stop there for a second. That tells me you don't understand what goes into the salary cap. Salary cap is the 53-man roster. Actually, so like I said, stop right there, because apparently you guys that are on television that are the experts don't understand, because your roster technically is 90 people on your roster. But as far as the salary cap goes, they only count the top 51. Oh. So in essence, what we're saying is the Cowboys have to get, with that money that they have 11 guys that they have to account for. 11 guys more to get to the salary cap number. Okay? So there you have that. And then people will say, well, they have to pay Micah. True. They do have to pay Micah. But at the moment, Micah's cap number is $21 million. This time last year, CeeDee Lamb's cap number was 18.3. What they did was they got him a new contract, made him whole, and it reduced that $18.3 million to about $9 million, thus saving almost $10 million on the cap. Jerry Jones and Micah, 2 nights from tonight, are going to be together at the Cotton Bowl, And Micah has a list of things that he wants to talk to him about. He wants to know, are we serious? I'm hoping that this is the conversation that I wish Dak Prescott had, or was hoping that Dak Prescott was having before he ended up signing a new contract. Now, Dak was in a unique position because they couldn't franchise tag him. If Dak did not sign that contract, he would have been able to go out and negotiate with anybody come the league year around the 15th of March. Micah doesn't have that. Micah right now is on the 5th-year option. The Cowboys could make him play on that 5th-year option, and then they could franchise tag him once or twice after that and never have to sign another contract. And he'd have no recourse on that. However, Micah could end up being a distraction for the team. And Micah could make it hard. So if I'm Micah Parsons right now, when I'm sitting there with Jerry, I've already put out there my blueprint of what I'd like to see done. Jerry, I'm giving you a break because I'm already ahead of Catboy, who's saying, you got to leave a piece of the pie. Here's my piece of pie that you can use if you're going to use it to try and bring other people in. Here's a nice piece, not necessarily to help me, but to help the team and my quarterback, Dak Prescott, and Tyreek Hill. Now, if you really want to go ahead, then why don't we try and get Myles Garrett to go with it so that way we can go ahead and be a historically great defense. And now I heard a rumor, or at least on game times, I haven't been able to find it myself, but that Dak Prescott was going to be having a conversation with Jerry Jones as well about some of his desires for the team. I'm sure Jerry Jones will listen to him. Doesn't mean he'll enact on any of it, because Jerry Jones is going to do what Jerry Jones does. That's just Jerry. But I think the bottom line with Micah, with Dak, and I think almost all these guys on the team is they want to win. They want that Super Bowl to be that legacy. And understand, as much as y'all say Dak sucks, Dak Prescott, if he stays upright next season, is going to pass Tony Romo in yards for being the Dallas Cowboys' all-time leading passer. Currently, Dak Prescott is 34 games behind. He needs less than 3,000 yards. Not that far of a reach. He only needs about 28, I believe 28 TDs to be the all-time leading touchdown passer in Cowboys history. I don't want to hear that this is empty calories or bullshit, because if that was the case, then everybody with the Cowboys would have those kinds of numbers. But they don't. And as we sit here right now, the insane thing about Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons, in 4 years in the NFL, is now sitting 6th in the Dallas Cowboys history of sacks by a player on the team. Now that Charles Haley has 100 and a half sacks in his career, but only 34 with the Cowboys. Micah Parsons now has more sacks than Randy White. And if he ends up having another double-digit sack, actually all he has to do is get like 10, he will move up to 4th place on the Dallas Cowboys in their history of sacks. That's incredible to think of a guy who's only going to be in his 5th year. Now, here's the thing. People will go through and they'll say, well, he's not good at stopping the run. Yeah, that's true. He's not. But see, here's the thing. If I know that and I plan for that, then it's okay. Because typically, what you have to understand is, as an edge rusher, your main concern is Outside contain, that means push everything to the sidelines. Don't let them get the edge, and putting pressure on the quarterback. And see, this is the Stephen Jones mentality that a lot of people have, where they think about position flex, well, he should be playing linebacker or he should be getting every tackle. No, that's not the way it works. In the same sense, when I tell you about Mozzie Smith, his job is not to get sacks. His job is not to get tackles. His job is to clog up the middle. Clog it up like you are a big, fat, juicy turd in the toilet, and you clog it up so that the water can't go down. That's what you want Mozzie Smith to do. Keep 2 offensive linemen tied up so that way somebody is uncovered. That preferably the linebackers, so they can play downhill, not having to shed a guard or have them in his face. And the edge rusher's job is to set the edge and get upfield to the quarterback. And when you have a guy who is one of 2 players in the history of football, at least until he started counting sacks, we'll take that too, then you might want to listen to him. And as well as your quarterback that you've invested $60 million a year in, you might want to listen to those guys to try and help win. Jerry, you famously said you'd do anything to win. Well, time to write that check, buddy. It's time to write that check that your mouth's been talking and see. And this is where we're at the crossroads, where this is the golden opportunity right now to make a change. For the first time, I don't know I'll be honest with you. I do not know the last time that the Dallas Cowboys ended a season and they weren't in the red. I know it hasn't happened through Mike McCarthy's time. And I damn sure don't ever remember it happening with Jason Garrett, because we immediately sign new contracts and immediately end up restructuring them to get more cash. So right now, you're in the best opportunity that you've been to make some changes. And if you're bringing back Mike McCarthy, then doing the same thing of, well, we're going to put him on the hot seat. We're only going to go as far as Dak Prescott can take us. Then we ain't going nowhere. We're not. You got to change what you're doing. And I hope and pray we see that. All right, good people. Hopefully they'll be finished soon and I can get back to the man cave. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Brought to you by Lincoln Mercury. Nobody has more kinds of cars for more kinds of people. See them at the sign of the cat. By Goodyear, makers of the custom Steel Guard radial tire. And by State Farm Mutual. Almost anywhere you live, there's a State Farm agent nearby. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.